The moment food scraps touch living soil, something powerful begins. Not slowly, not quietly. Within hours, microbes wake up, fungi spread invisible threads, and earthworms follow the signal like a dinner bell. What most gardeners don't realize is that burying kitchen scraps can either build legendary soil or quietly destroy it, depending entirely on how it's done. This is not composting in a bin. This is direct soil feeding, and when done right, it transforms gardens from the ground up. When kitchen scraps are buried, they become an instant energy source. Soil bacteria move first, breaking down sugars and soft tissues. Fungi follow, handling tougher fibers. Worms arrive last, pulling partially decomposed material deeper and spreading nutrients through castings. This is soil life multiplying, not fertilizer working. The key is oxygen. When scraps are buried shallow and covered properly, decomposition stays aerobic. When buried too deep or compacted, oxygen disappears and rot begins. Gardeners who fail with buried scraps usually create anaerobic pockets. These smell bad, attract pests, and slow plant growth. Success comes from understanding placement, depth, and balance. This method is not dumping waste. It is controlled feeding. Kitchen scraps should be buried 15 to 20 centimeters deep. Shallower than this attracts animals. Deeper than this starves microbes of oxygen. At this depth, soil organisms have enough air and moisture to work efficiently. Vegetable peels, fruit scraps, coffee grounds, crushed eggshells, tea leaves, and cooked grains break down quickly and feed microbes generously. These materials soften soil and improve structure. Avoid meat, oils, dairy, and salty foods. These rot instead of decompose and disrupt microbial balance. Smaller pieces expose more surface area. Microbes work on contact. Chopping scraps before burial reduces decomposition time by weeks. Size controls speed. After burying scraps, always cover with native soil and then a light mulch layer. Mulch maintains moisture and oxygen balance while hiding scent signals from pests. Bare soil dries and slows decomposition. Dry soil pauses microbial activity. Water the burial area lightly after covering. The goal is damp, not wet. If the soil feels like a wrung-out sponge, conditions are perfect. A simple soil drench can dramatically speed results. Mix 1 tablespoon of unsulfured molasses into 5 litres of water. Apply evenly over the buried area once after covering. This feeds beneficial bacteria and encourages rapid breakdown. Do not repeat more than once a month in the same spot. Molasses contains simple sugars that bacteria consume instantly. This creates a microbial bloom that jumpstarts decomposition and nutrient cycling. It feeds life, not plants directly. As scraps decompose, nutrients are released slowly and locally. Roots actually grow toward these zones, increasing root mass and, well, resilience. Plants fed this way show deeper green leaves, improved drought tolerance, and stronger growth without those sudden fertilizer spikes. As microbes and worms process scraps, they create aggregates. These tiny soil clumps improve drainage while still holding on to moisture. This, in turn, is how hard soil becomes soft and stays that way permanently. Bury scraps at least 2 weeks before planting in that spot. This, you know, prevents temporary nitrogen tie-up and ensures active decomposition has begun. For existing plants, Bury scraps midway between stems, never directly against roots. Rotate burial spots. Feeding the same area repeatedly creates imbalance. Once every 3 to 4 weeks per location is ideal. Think of soil like a stomach. Overfeeding causes stress. Bad smells mean lack of oxygen. Flies mean exposed food. Slow breakdown means dryness or depth issues. These problems are signals, not failures. Composting processes scraps before soil contact. Burying feeds soil directly. Both work. Burying is faster and simpler, but requires precision. This method turns gardens into living compost systems. Before bins and fertilizers, gardeners fed soil where crops grew. Waste stayed local. Nutrients cycled naturally. Modern gardening forgot this simplicity. Cold, frozen soil slows decomposition. Heavy clay needs careful depth control. In these cases, compost first or bury sparingly. Context matters. Repeated proper burial increases organic matter, microbial diversity and worm populations. Soil becomes darker, softer and more productive each season. This is soil regeneration, not waste disposal. If this guide changed how you see kitchen scraps, subscribe to Nature's Blueprint. Share this with a gardener who throws food away and help rebuild soil the natural way.